Dear friends, colleagues, and like-minded individuals, today we are gathered here to talk about what truly matters to each of us. We are here to discuss how we can achieve our goals, how to never give up despite difficulties, and how each of us is capable of changing our lives, regardless of the circumstances we find ourselves in. Today's speech will not just be words. It will be a reminder that each of us is capable of great achievements if we believe in ourselves and keep moving forward, no matter what. Often in life, we face moments when we encounter problems, experience disappointments, and ask ourselves, why is life not the way I imagined? Why isn't everything going as I expected? And when we face these challenges, it's important to remember that this is not the end, but just the beginning of a new path, a new opportunity. Do not stop at these questions. On the contrary, they should become the starting point for realizing that we have enormous potential, which we often do not even recognize. We are often afraid to move forward because of the fear of failure, because obstacles appear in our way, and it often seems like we are going nowhere. But here's what I'll tell you. Every step you take, even if it feels small, is still a step forward. Let it be a small step. Let it be a minor victory. But it will still be significant because it leads to something greater. And today, I want to talk about how to awaken this potential, how to move toward our dreams, how to never give up when things get tough. Each of us has dreamed of something big at some point. We set high goals for ourselves, imagined success, and pictured ourselves enjoying the fruits of our labor. But often, on the way to these dreams, doubts, fears, and uncertainty appear. We encounter obstacles, and at that moment, many of us think, maybe it's not worth it, maybe I should stop. A dream is not just an image in our minds. A dream is a goal that requires action. And the most important thing in this process is not to be afraid to take these steps. These steps can be different, small, big, and they won't always be straight. But it is important to move forward. We will always encounter difficulties and disappointments. We can't avoid failure. We can't avoid falling. But what is important is that everyone who overcame failures learned from them. Everyone who achieved something significant went through disappointments and doubts. And only because of these moments did they become who they are. This is the vital understanding. A dream requires action, and action requires effort. And what matters in this process is not just the result, but also the journey. It doesn't matter how long it takes to reach your dream. What matters is that you keep moving. It's important not to stop, not to give up, and not to wait for things to happen on their own. All great people, all the outstanding figures we know and look up to, did not achieve success overnight. We know Thomas Edison, who went through thousands of failures before inventing the light bulb. But he didn't see these failures as defeat. He saw them as steps on the path to success. He didn't seek the result right away. He was looking for ways to make the world better. And every step he took was part of the bigger journey that led to an amazing result. Another key aspect of success is constant self-development. If we do not grow as individuals, if we do not develop our skills and abilities, if we are not willing to learn and adapt, we cannot expect significant achievements. But what does self-development mean? First and foremost, it means the ability to learn from our mistakes. We won't always be right. We won't always succeed on the first try, but that's not a bad thing. The fear of failure is the main enemy of success. Self-development is the willingness to change, the ability to acknowledge our weaknesses and work on them. Self-development is not just reading books or attending training courses. It is the ability to look at the world through the eyes of someone who strives to learn something new every day. It is openness to new ideas, the ability to take risks and be ready for change. It is the ability to adapt to change and remain flexible in our thinking. He who does not develop stagnates. Dreaming and not developing is like standing still. We cannot move forward if we are not ready to change our habits and approaches. To achieve success, it is important to believe in yourself. This is the key point. It doesn't matter how many people doubt your abilities. What matters is that you believe in yourself. Believing in your abilities is not self-deception. It is a real confidence that you are capable of overcoming any difficulties. Belief in yourself helps us move forward when everything around us tells us that it's impossible. Belief in yourself gives us the strength to keep going when it seems like we can't go any further. This is not just an internal belief. It is reinforced by our knowledge, experience, and ability to take steps, even when we are afraid. Belief in yourself is not arrogance. It is confidence that is supported by results and experience. One of the most important things we must realize is that we are responsible for our own lives. Every day, every decision we make determines where we are going, who we are, and what we represent. We can always choose how to react to difficulties. Responsibility is not only for our successes, but also for our failures. It is not just about acknowledging mistakes. It is about taking responsibility for our actions, our decisions, and most importantly, our results. If we are not ready to take responsibility, we will look for someone to blame for our failures, and that will prevent us from moving forward. We can change our situation. Responsibility gives us the power to control our lives without shifting this task onto others. Discipline is the mechanism that allows us to move toward our goal every day, despite fatigue, laziness, or temporary failures. This is a key factor. Many people understand the importance of discipline, but few can maintain it over the long term. It requires effort. It requires sacrifice. Discipline helps us do what needs to be done, even when we don't feel like it. And when we reach our goal, we will see how those efforts were justified. It's like training. It's hard at first, but as we continue, we begin to see results. Discipline gives us the strength to not retreat, even when we feel like we can't go any further. It's important to remember, success is the result of constant effort and systematic work. Inspiration is the fuel for our engine. It helps us move forward, even when there are no visible successes on the way. But inspiration doesn't always come on its own. Often we need to seek it in books, in success stories, in the people around us. Inspiration is like light in a dark room. It gives us the strength to keep going. But it's important to remember that inspiration can be temporary. We need to create an internal source of motivation that will support us at any moment. And of course, support. No one can walk their path alone. It's important to surround yourself with people who believe in you, support you, and inspire you. When you face difficulties, when it seems like you've run out of strength, the support and belief of those around you can be decisive. Dear friends, remember one important thing. Success doesn't come instantly. It is the result of hard work, patience, discipline, and belief in yourself. Don't be afraid to dream. Don't be afraid to set ambitious goals. Be ready to work on yourself, overcome difficulties, and keep moving forward. Despite all obstacles, you are capable of great things. Each of you has potential that can be unlocked if you work on yourself, learn from mistakes, and never stop. The world is full of opportunities, and all we need to do is take the first step. Let that step be bold. Let it be decisive, and let it lead you to your dream. Thank you for your attention, and may your journey be successful and bright.